huge thank you to Wondershare Sign X for sponsoring this video.
1, 2, 3, funk it.
Wondershare Sign X is a product where one can legally and electronically sign any business document. Being that electronic contracts and documents get signed much faster than paper, this product is a tool that I found very helpful. It enables you to sign and send out files under strong legal and secure terms. From being able to track the status of your files, to having detailed logs for timestamps, emails, and IP addresses of every single file, it is the safest and fastest way to send out and sign business documents. Some of my favorite helpful features are bulk sending, where you can send out files all at once, and password protection, where you can secure your documents. So here I am creating my signature for future documents, and there is a wide array of different ways you can do so, from uploading to typing or drawing. I found the system very quick and efficient, and kind of fun with the drawing part. So over here, to upload and sign documents, I just simply upload the file, input my email and the email of the other party, and then add in guided tabs that help identify different parts of the file. So a date or a title or a signature, you can actually correspond a certain email with what you want them to fill in. So afterwards, when I finish adding my signature and desired tabs, I send out the file, and I found that a few seconds later, the second party received it in a real-time email notification, which I thought was pretty cool. And of course, it is cheaper than Docusign, and a great alternative because it has so many more features. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I will be showing you guys how I set up my desk. So obviously my desk is totally bare right now. I already cleaned off the top as best as I can and cleared out everything else. Now everything is just on the floor next to me, and I will be trying to set up a more minimal and functional desk. My previous desk setup was actually not that bad, but it really wasn't working for me, and some things were just not really useful. So I thought it'd be best to clear all the dust off and start anew. And yeah, let's get organizing. So first, let's start off with decorations, and I don't like to overdo it, so I literally just have these two bones that I got from my internship. They are honestly my pride and glory. These are actually the bones that I did mock surgery on, so they are very important to me, and I always like to have them on display on my desk. Coming up is a bone lesson that no one asked for because I am just obsessed with my bones. This is a femur fracture fixation. Basically, it's a surgery where you make an incision at the hip and insert a rod in order to stabilize a fracture in the femur, and then you add in some surgical nails to stabilize it even more. I honestly don't know the exact steps because I did this a couple months ago, but I'd say that my femur fracture is pretty stabilized. Anyways, continuing on, my femur fracture fixation was hiding over here in my past desk setup, and I really want to show it off because I think it's the most beautiful thing ever. So I was thinking about leaning it up against this part of my desk. Now for my knee, I usually had it on top of my little acrylic stand, but I really want to change things up, and honestly I don't think it'd look as nice and dimensional if this is just on the table and then this is leaned up, because I do have a lot of things I want to bring into my desk and I want to make things pop. So I'm going to put this off on the side and see if it'll fit in with any of my other acrylic stands.
1, 2, 3, funk it.
I have a huge obsession with acrylic pen holders and cases. I just love the look of a clear and transparent case where you can see everything. And by the way, these are all from Muji. Now, the hardest part is trying to organize them in a way where it's not too overwhelming. Just trying to find that balance with these is where I'm standing because I really want to keep them on my desk. To order them in the most functional way possible, this acrylic rack is the most functional piece of stationery I've ever had. Everything on this rack is something that I use on a daily, and I'm definitely going to be keeping this here and putting it at a place where I can easily access it. So next, I'd say that this rack is definitely something that has served a great purpose to me. I have my Filipino printer here, my highlighters. So obviously these have some things that I use on a daily, and so I will definitely be keeping it at a place where I can access it best. Alright, so moving on to these two pieces of stationery. This is something that I don't use on a daily basis, but I do love vintage color pens, so I may keep them under my desk. Although it is nice to have a few vintage pens on your desk, it is not something that I use all the time, so this is definitely something that will unfortunately have to be put away. So this acrylic drawer I've always wanted for so long, and when I finally got it, I was surprised to figure out that instead of having my stationery consolidated in drawers, I really like them out in the open. I find it easier to get my items that way. So this drawer did not work as well as I thought it would work out for me. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to also put it away. It really depends on how I feel towards the end of my desk setup, because I would really love to have it on my desk. It has everything that I would possibly need for journaling, but it just isn't something that I have been using constantly the past few weeks. So unfortunately, we'll have to put it away until further notice. So now that we have our two winners, it is time to set them up on my desk. I'd like to have my rack on the right side of my desk since it's easier to reach out for items that way. So I'll have this next to my bone. Now for this, I'm not really sure. I don't really want it too close to my rack because then it'd look all jumbled up. I want to be as spacious as I can. So maybe if I fit it in over here. My bone actually looks pretty nice in front of it and under my laptop rack. This thing, it's been bothering me because of how plain it is, and putting this under it, it's nice to see that it looks a little bit more lively. So I'm kind of liking the way this whole thing is set up. Next up, we have my pencil case. I have a whole pencil case dedicated to my essentials because I like to organize my stationery in the type it is. Like, these are all highlighters, and up here gel pens, and I just have a mixture of things that I use on a daily. Obviously, this is something important and that I need to display on my desk. However, the pencil case stands out a little bit too much with my other stationery. As you can see, it's just acrylic case and then a big fat red pencil case over here, and then another acrylic case. So that is something I'm trying to avoid, just the bulkiness of it all. I'm going to be bringing in another acrylic case. This case and this case are two cases that hold stationery that I don't really use as often. We're going to take these out and put these into the pencil case that I have, which is perfect because there are two different compartments. And I'll take out my essentials and also organize them because some of them aren't really essentials. They're just stuff I stuff in here. Turns out that these pens are the only pens that I use on a daily basis that aren't on my acrylic racks. So I'll only need one of the cases, which means that I can put back another set of pens, which will probably be the whiteboard pens since I want to start using my whiteboard more often. Everything that I said is honestly what goes through my head when I'm organizing, so I really hope it helped a bit when it comes to your organization and your attempts to minimalize your desk space. But let's see how it turned out.
dream of you every night. Can I help it if I dream of you every night? Dream of you every night. Can I help it if I dream of you every night? Dream of you every night. Can I help it if I dream of you? If I dream of you, dream of you every night. Can I help it if I dream of you every night?
So the whole aesthetic is done, but we still have the essentials like my laptop and my bullet journal, which will happily fit nicely in this minimal environment, because the other setup that I had, my laptop was struggling to find space on my desk with all my other papers. It was not as bad, but I like a very minimal and decluttered area, so this would serve a great purpose.
Dream of you every. Can I help it if I dream of you every night? I love you, 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 I love you.
So now to the study with me. It's not really a study with me, it's more like a do work with me, but I really didn't know how to title it. But while I clean my laptop screen, I will talk about what I'm doing right now. I'm not sure if I should keep studying for the SAT and the ACT, since I'm not sure if I'll be able to take it. I really hope they don't switch to online, because I'm horrible at online tests. But for now, I'm taking a break and I'm going to be trying to prepare for college applications. So that's where I'm at right now. So for the rest of the video, it will just be a time lapse of me on my computer trying to figure out what's going on, writing down lists and things I need to do in order to prepare for the college apps. Right here, because it was getting a bit boring and my computer is overheating, so I'll be needing to take a break for about 10 minutes. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.